Dang, I gotta get somebody to work on that for me. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm hung up. Look, talk about taking a bath in sawdust. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, today's subject you want to talk about. I'm gonna tell you it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, I've got a bunch of stuff I'm working on. Okay, one of my projects is I got this weird idea about turning this thing. Okay, so what I mean about weird is you see this, right? The way I did this. Now, there's a couple of ways I do this. Now, this is where I say use your imagination and stuff. You don't always have to make these kind of weird marks on it on a lathe. So, what I did was I took my table saw and I put my saw blade at a 45-degree angle, moved the blade up about, I don't know, 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches, moved in a little bit and cut it. The trick was trying to match these two sides together to make sure everything's, and then when I put it on the lathe to turn it a little bit, and made it so that I can get this as close as I can. But, and I'm not worried about any of this because I just turned it. But you can see what my marking on my project here, some of my tools are really bad. So I have to sharpen them. But here's the object of the game now. I'm trying to come up with different designs instead of the same old, same old. So the idea here is that I'm going to take this and I've got it drawn out. I'm going to glue these two pieces together. And the idea here is I want to cut. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to turn it to a point where there's a lip here. There's going to be a lid. I'm gonna make a lid out of it. I got to remember showing you guys this. It's kind of okay. So then I've already got a circle drawn on this, but what I want to do is I'm gonna have to cut when I glue this. I'm gonna have to cut this off on a bandsaw or miter saw. But I'm gonna stack it, and then what I'll do once I form the shape and when I form it, I'm gonna dive in here a little bit, and I'm gonna go down about maybe an eighth of an inch, maybe a little bit further, straight down and make a lip. So what I'm doing is on this, I'm gonna make a mortise and tenon. Okay, so this will be the tenon, and the other one will be a mortise. So no, I got it backwards. This will be the mortise part, which is the hole, and then the tenon will be on that. How that's going to turn out, I don't know. It's scrap wood that I have in here. I believe it's coal wood, so I don't know. It's got, and I still don't know if I'm going to do it with this stuff. The only problem is this stuff is kind of funky looking, and I don't know how this is going to turn out when I go to stain it. So unless I can find some, the original thought was walnut, but I have such big pieces here that I'm afraid if I took the walnut and cut it up, it wouldn't be good for bowl because I was actually saving that 12-inch piece for making a salad bowl, which is kind of hard to do. I mean, so with this, the idea is to try and come up with a lid that would make this wood look good. So I'm not going to do too much on it now. What I need to do is make my mortise in here on this part to put on my chuck. So I'm going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to do that. So anyway, that's one thing. And I wanted to talk to you about something too. Okay, so I normally don't get political, but I'm going to tonight. As an ex-firefighter, wildland firefighter with the Forest Service, I really concern myself with the forests. It's just that, but the way it's being redesigned and relaid out. And every single person I know that has to do with it is dealing with a lot of problems that never have persisted before. All right. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. I just want to know how you feel. Um, there's a possibility that all the national forests will become state parks in whatever state they're in. If they do that, it's going to be a huge impact on the people who already work there. Some might more than likely lose their jobs because most of the states I know are fighting a budget battle in every single way because we all get taxed to death. Oh, we don't have enough money. California is one. So they have such rich diversity in their trees up there. It's ridiculous. But here's the problem. Can you see California state redwoods? What would they do to that? They don't have the people to protect it. They don't have the people to clean the toilets and take the trash out and whatever, you know. They don't have the people to put out the fires. They don't have it now. So, and the reason I say this, because it does lead up to woodworking, especially the way this country's going. We haven't had timber sales in this, very, very few places are selling. I know that Oregon has a few, but there's been mills shutting down left and right. I'm reading articles on what's going on. If you're a Republican or a Democrat, you need to figure out a way to get to the people that are running it. I honestly believe we need some young blood in there. We need new people to tell people you're doing the wrong thing. I personally think that the Forest Service and the Park Service should not be touched. The only drawback is the Forest Service is connected to the Department of Agriculture. That has nothing to do with forestry. That has to do with the drugs and the food system and all that. That's part of it. They regulate stuff. They don't have anything to do with forestry whatsoever. That's the problem. And then we got the BLM, we got the Interior, Partner of Interior, we got all these other things that need to come together, but not in the way they're doing it. I honestly think that Interior should be part of the park system, and then the BLM should be part of the Forest Service because of the way it's laid out. Anyway, it hurts me because I loved what I did. It wasn't an easy job. I mean, I didn't get paid a lot of money, but being out in the woods made me feel like a Boy Scout. If I can fire up a Boy Scout. I keep telling myself I'm going to write the book, Boots on the Ground, but it was going to be all about how you live as a firefighter. I'm going to use my experience, but I think today that's more appropriate for everybody because we're all living with the boots on the ground. We're all living somebody else's problems. And it's getting to the point in this country, we got to do something about it. And the only reason I'm using my YouTube channel is because it makes a difference in wood. Your cost of wood and everything's going up. We can't get stuff from Canada. We can't get stuff from here. It's gone through the roof. And one of the things that I like to tell people is, be careful what you wish for. Tariffs he didn't even fix the tariffs. Now he's blowing up things. I don't know what's next. And I think the only reason he's doing that is to justify people like Rockwell Grumman and Lockheed Martin to play with their toys. That's all it is. Because the it was not a legitimate thing what he did, and everybody knows it. Okay, so anyway, I didn't mean to make a rant on politics, but I had to because it's a woodworking show and it has to do with what I'm doing. So anyway, to young kids, all I'm going to say is to the young kids, you need to run for office. You need to run for office or hook up with your politician, whoever your preference is, to change what's going on. The older generation, people my age and older, are running amok, and they need to go. Schumer, the president, I mean, all the people in Congress and Senate. The only one that I kind of considered being a good guy is Rand Paul. That's it, because he's willing to bring, buck what's going on. Just remember, lip service. I did it. I went and put my stand in with my own city here. I put my 4 years in it with being a strategic planning committee, and it was good. And you learn a lot. Okay, but you instead of going out there and protesting, do me a favor. And I know it's your right. It's fine. I don't have a problem with that. The problem is it's not getting past your lips. It's not getting past your feet walking down the road. You need to be a part of the system. You need to be a part of the problem, the solution to the problem. Just go do it. Okay, so with that note, I want to leave everybody. I know it's a short thing, but I'm going to be doing some things on YouTube in the future that's going to change everything in my setup here. I spend more time right now because of all the stuff I've got going around in my personal life. It's just crazy. It's insane. And I don't have a lot of time, nor do I want to sit here and spin and get sawdust everywhere and do something. So between my train one and this one, I'm going to put them to bed for a little bit. If I get time to work on stuff, I'll do it. But my woodworking is going to be, it may take me 2 months to do this bowl. I got too many things going on. I mean, it's 7 o'clock at night now, probably, and I'm still working on a tile job. My personal issues has gone through the muck. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great night, and remember, if you're not doing anything, at least be creative and do something for fun.